Do you ever feel like asking for donations is just winging it? You fire off an email, submit an application, maybe even pick up the phone, and then you're left wondering, did that even land? This is one of the very first things I teach my coaching clients, and that's the PAC fundraising method. When you know how to prep, align, and connect, asking for donations doesn't feel like bracing for a rejection. It feels like handing someone a front row seat to the impact they already care about. Now, one of my clients made this shift using this fundraising strategy and walked out of a single meeting with her very first $75,000 donation. But full disclosure, that was a face to face conversation, which research shows is way more effective than any other type of fundraising. But the point is, these same three steps are what gave her the secret sauce when she sat down with that donor in the first place. And today I'm going to walk you through this PAC fundraising method, plus the common mistakes that sink most asks, so that you can approach your next donor with confidence instead of crossed fingers. All right. Step one, the P is for prep, which means do your homework on your potential donor. A quick Google search, a scroll through their LinkedIn or Facebook, or even free AI tools like Perplexity can uncover the causes and things that really matter to that donor. And if it's a corporate donor, don't skip their website. That's where you're going to see who they're sponsoring, their community priorities, and even their employee giving. And heck, even if you're building a broad campaign aimed at lots of people, prep still matters. I'll use tools like ChatGPT to pull demographic and psychographic data for my region, then build a donor persona for the typical supporter. That way, the campaign speaks directly to the people most likely to give. Now, here's the mistake I see all the time is most nonprofits skip this step and go in blind, hoping their generic supporter cause message will land. It doesn't. Donors want to feel seen, not sold. And here's why. The next step is A for align. This is where you take what you've learned in prep and line it up with the donor's passion. If they care about mental health, don't just say support a program. Show how your program reduces anxiety and builds resilience. If they care about education, don't talk about your budget gap. Highlight your tutoring outcomes and the kids who are thriving because of it. And the mistake? Too many nonprofits make the ask all about themselves, their nonprofit, their struggles, their programs, their wish list. That's a surefire way to lose attention. Donors don't want to feel like an ATM. Instead, flip it. Make the ask about them, their values, their vision for the world. When you align your mission with what already matters to them, the ask stops feeling transactional and starts feeling personal. That's when donors lean in. Now, before we jump into the final and most important step, I want to pause and thank today's video sponsor, Click and Pledge. They're the all-in-one fundraising platform that saves you from juggling 3 different tools just to run one campaign. But here's the best part. I love their donation optimization tool, IntelliBooster. Think of it like a smart assistant for your fundraising. It uses machine learning to analyze donor history and then suggests the perfect gift amount for each supporter. That means you raise more without guessing. Check them out. I've dropped the link in the video description. Finally, the C in the PAC fundraising method is connect. This is where you take the alignment you've uncovered and bridge your mission to theirs in a way that feels natural. The mistake is nonprofits often recycle one generic request for everyone. Support our cause, make a difference. It's vague, it's forgettable, it misses the mark. Instead, I like to take the very first section of my ask and directly tie it to the donor's known interests. That's what makes it click. So here's an example. Say you run a recreational program for kids with autism and you want me to personally donate a gift. Now, if you've Googled me, you'll quickly see that I openly support causes around addiction recovery. So the smart move, connect the dots. You could open by saying research shows kids with autism are at higher risk of self-medicating with drugs to cope with anxiety. Our program gives them healthier coping tools through social connection. That's the connection that would grab my attention, not because it's about you, but because it's connected to what I already care deeply about. So let's bring it all together. The PAC method is simple but powerful. So prep, do your homework, align, frame it around the donor's passions, see, connect, tie your mission to theirs in a way that feels natural. Skip these steps and you end up with a generic ask that donors forget as soon as they hear it. But follow them and suddenly your asks feel personal, relevant, and hard to ignore. Now, here's the thing. The PAC fundraising method will give you the confidence in every ask, but most nonprofits I work with don't just need tips. They need a full system that takes the guesswork out of fundraising. That's my fundraising fast track program. So if you're ready to stop winging it and start raising with confidence, I'll link it below to book a call. Thanks so much for watching. And if you want to go deeper into the most effective way to raise big gifts, check out the next video, my #1 fundraising strategy. And hey, if you found this video helpful, hit subscribe, drop a comment, like, share with another nonprofit leader. It is probably the best way to support my channel so that we can reach more young fundraisers. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.